Hello everyone, my name is Rich Casanya from BS IT 1A. The topic that I discuss is all about information age. What is information age? The information age is the modern time in which information has become a commodity that is transmitted freely, easily, and quickly by using personal computers and computer networks. This period is also called the computer age, the digital age, and the new media age. It is the period that started in the last quarter of the 20th century. This is the characteristics of the information age. The information age is associated with the digital revolution. The information age comprises the innovations that have emerged in the computing and cybernetics after the Industrial Revolution. The information age is a period in which human work, play, and interaction patterns are fundamentally affected by systems for processing and distributing information through computer technology. This is the period that allows rapid movement of global communication and networking to shape modern knowledge-based society. The information age creates a high-tech global economy based on the information computerization, complex procedures of making decisions and transacting business become significantly easier, faster, and cheaper. Increased globalization calls for bigger infrastructure efficiency. The pre-Gutenberg era. Prior to the invention of the printing press, information was disseminated in a laborious and difficult manner. Time was greatly consumed. Books were read comprehensively. Tablets were available, but information was not accessible to all groups of people, but rather only to a small elite group. The Gutenberg era. The information age started when Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press, which was significant in the quicker and cheaper production of more books. The invention of printing press opened opportunities for peoples all over the world to voice out their ideas, opinions, and sentiments. The post-Gutenberg period. This is the age of social media, characterized by the dominance of the Internet and the World Wide Web. Broadband Internet access is made possible in video presentation, and researches become readily available. Interesting personalities come to the limelight. Tim Berners-Lee created the World Wide Web. Steve Jobs created the Apple I, the first effective personal computer that paved the way for the modern computer technology. According to Shirky 2008, the social information principle during this period is likely to generate a very powerful disintermediation or institutionalizing effect in theory. Impact of the information age. The Internet is the most prominent invention of the digital age. It has turned humans into passive homebodies instead of doing outdoor activities. Many communication services such as texting, email, and social media bring people closer, beyond barriers. The information age stimulates business. It makes industries and industrial countries stronger. Moreover, this period is the age of entrepreneurship. People from all social classes, after learning new things from the internet, take the risks of engaging in business, small and big. The use of the internet stimulates education. Teachers can find and use new information, instructional materials, and technology aids to enhance their teaching methods and techniques. While the digital age is benefiting mankind so much, it also has negative impacts on individual persons and on society. The internet has also become the medium of committing crimes such as cyberbullying, trafficking, and abuse of children and women, libel, business scam, hacking into government records or private information, and others.
Good day everyone, I'm Estasio Janil J. Angelo. In this video, I'll briefly explain the surface web, what it is, how it works, and how it differs from the deeper layers of the internet. What is the surface web? The surface web is the part of the internet that's publicly accessible, not indexed by search engines like Google, Bing, or Yahoo. It includes websites that anyone can visit without logging in or using special software. For example, news websites, public blogs, e-commerce, social media profiles, educational websites like Wikipedia, and if you can find it with a basic search, it belongs to the surface web. Next, how is it differ from the deep web and dark web? Although we use the surface web daily, it actually makes up less than 10% of the total internet. The rest lies below the surface. The deep web includes content not indexed by search engines, such as academic databases, cloud storage, private emails, and subscriptions-only services. The dark web is a small part of the deep web that requires special tools like Tor to access. It's designed for anonymity and is often associated with illegal or hidden activities. Think of the internet like an iceberg. The surface web is just a tip easily seen and accessed, while the deep and dark web are hidden beneath. Next, why is the surface web important? The surface web is essential to modern life. It's where we learn, communicate, shop, share, and stay informed. It offers open access to information and connects billions of users worldwide, making it the most widely used part of the internet. In conclusion, or in a summary, the surface web is the visible, searchable, and accessible layer of the internet that we interact with every day. While it represents only a small fraction of the interweb, it plays a crucial role in communication, education, and global connectivity. Thank you for your time, and I hope this helped you better understand the surface web.
My name is Ronron Sido Kosin. My discussion is about the deep web. The deep web. What is the deep web? The deep web refers to parts of the internet that are not indexed by search engines like Google or Bing. These pages are hidden from public access and require specific logins, links, or permissions. Example of the deep web: email inboxes and private messages, online banking systems, government or school databases, private company records, subscription-only research or journals. How it works: the deep web is not accessible through normal searches because its pages are behind passwords, paywalls, or private networks. It contains legitimate and private information not meant for the public. Summary: the deep web is much larger than the visible internet. It is mostly safe and necessary for privacy and security.
Prince Cedric Flores. My discussion is about dark web. The dark web is a secret section of internet that operates beyond the reach of traditional search engines like Google. It requires special tools such as the Tor browser, the Onion router, to access website ending in Onion. When using Tor, your internet traffic is routed through multiple layers of encryption, like layers of Onion, which hides your relocation and make it almost impossible for anyone to track your activity. This anonymity is what makes the dark web both valuable and risky. The dark web has many legitimate uses. Journalists, activities, and whistleblowers use it to share information safely without revealing their identities. People living in countries with strict internet censorship also use it to communicate freely and access information that may block in their region. There are even dark web libraries, forums, and security email service designed to protect. However, the dark web is also home to illegal marketplace and criminal activities. You can find sites selling drugs, weapons, fake IDs, stolen credit card information, and hacked data. Because these transactions are often done using cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, they are hard to trace. Law enforcement agencies around the world monitor parts of the dark web to stop cybercrime, but completely control is nearly impossible due to the encrypted and decentralized nature. To read or access dark website, you need to Tor browser. Once installed, you can enter Onion address which work like a normal URL, but only open inside Tor. Users should be cautious as not all dark websites are safe. Some may contain viruses, scam, or illegal content. In summary, the dark web is powerful but dangerous part of the internet. It offers privacy and freedom to those who need it but also hides criminal activities. It should be used responsible and only for ethical and legal purpose.
Name is Benis John A. Bermudez. My discussion is about the five latest technology. The five latest technology 2024. Here are the five latest technology 2024-2025 information and communication technology. Number 1. Quantum communication and quantum secure networks. Scientists in Europe have achieved secure transmission of quantum encrypted message using quantum key distribution QKD over 250 km of a commercial telecom network without needing special ultra-cold cryogenic. Next, integrated sensing and communication (ISAC). This is the idea of merging communication and sensing into the same infrastructure, so network infrastructure base station. Wireless networks not only transmit data but also sense the environment, for example, location, motion, and interference. Next, 6G and cell-free wireless system. Research and prototypes work is underway for 6G, which is expected to offer much higher speeds, ultra-low latency, better energy efficiency, and support to huge numbers of devices at massive scales.
Hi everyone, my name is Rian J. Golay, this IT1A Group 1. We're reading 5 latest technology 2024-2025 information and communication technology.
Silicon photonic and optical chips for high bandwidth. Researchers, e.g. from Fudan University, China, have developed silicon photonic multiplexers that use light instead of electricity to send data with very high data rates, e.g. 38 Tbps. These optical photonic chips are important for handling very large data volumes, e.g. for AI, large models, data centers, high-speed links, more efficiently, lower latency, lower energy than pure. Number 5. Agentic AI and autonomous network management. Telecom reports, for example, by Ericsson, highlight agentic AI as a major trend. AI agent that can perceive, make decisions, and act to manage network, optimize traffic, predict and prevent faults, adjust routing, resources allocation, etc. These autonomous or semi-autonomous systems are becoming more important as networks grow more complex. 5G edge, route sensor, etc. They help reduce human overhead, improve reliability, adapt in real time to changing demand.